Hello, and welcome back to Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons.
and it's still broken. Oh, well.
Oh, great. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I still haven't figured out how I want to start these things. Anyway, have you live now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, last time on Dungeons and Dragons, the team I had. What did you guys do?
We need to
From the
recap.
temple to a house, back to another house.
Yeah, you went and talked to a bunch of people. When I saw Bayrinda and her husband and her son, and their like partial skeletonized selves.
It was a piano.
There was a piano in Jamie's place. That's a bit after. You also talked to
That's all I remember.
Fair enough. Geraldine.
No recap, sorry.
Yeah, that everyone was staring at because he's a very muscular and pale.
Oh, yes, yeah. Everyone's favorite.
It's very nice. Some nice eye candy. And what else? Then you guys went back to Jamie's house, where the piano was. Good memory. That was being played by some ghostly figure that was playing it at a nice volume, ghostly and ethereally. Where Thoricus and Jamie were having a nice little tea party by themselves.
Yes,
Yes, tea party.
we left them behind for
Nice.
their tea party.
Tea. They were having tea time.
Why does it sound like all of you are using quotes around tea? You're literally caught up
We are.
like adults do.
Like long distance lovers do.
I mean, that was what last night was for. I mean,
Yes, correct.
we had tea.
Anyway, after that, you went up to Elephon's laboratory, showed him Fanny Boo the hoo-hoo, and generally,
That was the full name.
yeah, that is her full name. Generally blew his mind with the nature of all of the clockworks that exist in the other kingdom, and introduced him to Joe through some sendings, and he's going to make some talkings with him. And then this is a bit of a retcon, but Zupimo and Hamon, not Hamon, have decided to stay behind at least for a little bit, as he can use that teleportation circle to get home when he needs to. But otherwise we'll help. Otherwise we'll talk to Elephant about his crazy stuff, and maybe go see Joe. Yeah.
There's a lot of wizards button heads, I think.
There is a bit of that. So maybe he might just leave. But if you're lucky, he's going to hang out with Elephant for a bit to investigate that stuff, and may head over to see Joe as well over the teleportation circle, to help out with that stuff as well.
More minds on the job.
Exactly. But otherwise, the team have gotten on the teleportation dais, and the last we saw of them, they were getting teleported, supposedly over to the old Rallo Valor. As an ethereal hook jabs them in the gut and wrenches them through time and space. And just as suddenly they appear.
What does that sound? What? I'm confused.
Oh.
Did you play a sound? Was that
No,
like...
9 played a sound.
I didn't play a sound on Discord.
No, you played it on the chat in.
Now I played a sound. I just
Yeah.
did the stream. Does that make
I
a
think I
noise?
played a noise.
Apparently, something made a noise.
Amazing.
Sorry.
I was
I'm
so confused.
continuing to disrupt the thing.
Just disrupt the whole thing. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, it works so well with like Skelly being like, and then they just do the pulling thingy and stuff, and I was like, because it was
Cool.
like a vizhunk kind of sound. I don't know.
I
I
can.
don't know how to explain
I
it.
find a
but
way
I was
of
so confused.
find a way of getting sound effects into this by using the soundboard. I guess I could do that one day. Anyway, that's actually a fantastic use of that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Other ideas for other things.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You will find yourself, your surroundings just instantly change, like a glittery blue fabric is like being pulled over your eyes and revealing that what you were currently seeing was an illusion, and what you now see is the sort of dank dungeon of somewhere in Relivalor. At least as far as you know.
Dun, dun,
As there is
As far as we know, is the king punking us?
dun.
What's happening?
maybe. But no, it's stone walls. It's not like brick or anything. It looks like the stone that Relivalor is made out of. So at least there's that. But it is kind of damp. It's definitely below the water level. It feels like you're in Relivalor. Like anyone who's
I
got
don't like the way you said that.
anyone who's got like naturals, that sort of natural, you know, the natural sort of compass in their head. You sort of just by the surroundings, by the feeling that you're getting, that's where you are. Circus is probably the best at this, so they know for 100% certain. Yes, we're in Relivalor.
Okay.
So what is around us?
So it's stone on either side of you. There's a light coming down from a hallway, just off to your left. But otherwise, it's relatively dark in here. It looks like this is a very underused part of this. Like if this is truly the king's
light on his ring as well.
Cool. You have no problem navigating in here. Yeah. Moving off the dais, you see that to the right, there is some sort of actual dungeony sort of thing going on. Again, completely unused. It looks like at some point or another this may have been used to house criminals, but is no longer used for that nature.
Should we head towards the light then?
Can June make an insight check to
Sure.
figure out if we should head towards the light?
Especially
Right
when it's
ahead.
said like
Ailey's not gonna do that sort of shit. You know what she's like.
That was nearly a nat one.
I mean, it doesn't seem negative.
Well,
Doesn't seem okay.
doesn't seem like something that Jun should be scared of.
Nah, not at all.
Okie dokie. Let's go towards the light.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. You come upon some stairs that lead up.
Don't slip over.
Yeah, they're a bit weird. They lead up into further stone area. The Varys will recognize the area that you've appeared in the castle, as it is very close to where the smeltery is that he has used previously in the castle. As you are now back in the castle of Relavallor. Someone hasn't come. Who is still here on the continent? Why have you not? Why? There you go. You made it. Okay. But yes, you have arrived at the castle.
Wonderful.
Sweet.
Where are you going? What's the plan?
Are we going to
Inside
see
the
the king?
castle.
We should probably let the king. Well, one of us can. If you all want to start heading off, I can let the king know that we've arrived and that we're heading off.
Aren't we like going to meet up with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yes, in the other city.
Yes? To admit it.
What? Ah,
Excellent.
no, that's not. Varys just pinches the bridge of his nose.
Super official
Okay.
now.
All right. Haven't even had the date. That's fine.
Oh, we should get you a date then, man. And
No,
Jin's gonna
definitely not.
slap him on the back just a little bit too hard. Make him
Varys stumbles a little bit under the weight of his pack and everything.
So wait, how are we getting from here to there? What's the plan?
Horses, I imagine. Unless the king has a way for us to travel faster.
All right, where's he?
Good question. Varys will look for like the nearest person running around,
Well, as you
or move to a location where they might be.
as you leave the smeltery area, you notice a few servants see that you're here and sort of nervously look between each other like, where do these guys come from?
Don't worry about it.
Hi. Ailey will just wave at them as they walk past because it's Ailey.
Hi, can we help you?
Sure. Whereabouts is the king?
Oh, well, he's in, I believe he's in the throne room at the moment.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
That place is so pretty.
Can you maybe point us in the direction of the third room?
You've. They
I know
will.
where we're going.
Yeah, they'll point a direction. Everyone else thinks
Varys is already
Varys
walking
already
off
knows
in
where he's going.
Sweet, because I don't. The
That's fair.
castle. All these rocks look the same.
Jin is going to follow closely to Varys because Varys seems like he knows where he's going.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ailey will
And
just
Jin
do the
doesn't want to
same.
look like he doesn't know where he's going.
Perfect. Cool. You enter into the throne room, and indeed, the king is there in his golem form, sitting in his throne that is too small for him. It does appear to be he does appear to be having an audience currently. Not like a full-on like lots of people or anything, but there's like a line of people that are coming to give thanks or ask for things, it seems.
Varys politely lines up behind whoever is at the back of the line.
Seeing
Ailey
you all
will like wave like spastically, kind of like I don't know the word. Sorry, that might be
Yeah.
the wrong one.
Yes, it
How
is.
do you say?
Erratically?
Sporadically.
Is that sporadically? That's how you say it.
Yes.
Is there
Mhm.
is there anyone who's like in charge of the line?
Yes, there's like a couple of guards standing, maybe like
Couple. Okay.
20
And-
feet from the king, holding the line back.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Jarek is not interested in lining up, so
Mhm.
he's gonna go up to the line people, and And where are they? Are they together? Are they apart? Like
Yeah,
what's
so they're
the-
like, so they're sort of acting like, you know, the sort of, so what I'm looking for. They're acting like the entrance way, the door. So they're on either side of the person who's at the front of the line, making sure that they don't
Like
go in front of them.
funneling them.
Yeah.
In the interest of time, can I
Mhm.
do a like an observation check of sorts
Mhm.
to see like who is like the person in charge of the line out of the two of them?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Right.
Because we all know Jedic's very perceptive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very still.
He's probably gonna go find like a duck or something and start asking it for. God. Okay.
Roaring
okay.
log fire that you go over to. Oh, is this where the line begins?
Perception is what I'm rolling, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's just normal. Good.
Well, all right.
Okay.
It does seem like the left-sided one has a higher rank of some sort. He's got more frills on his coat than the other one.
Fancy
Excellent.
badges or something.
Yes.
So he's gonna make a beeline straight for that one.
Okay.
And he's going to use intimidating presence to really hammer home that it's
Oh,
very
God.
imperative that we get to speak to the king next. So I guess whoever that is has a saving throw of DC 13 wisdom to beat.
Yep.
As Janet
Uh,
goes,
second.
excuse me, I don't know if you know us, but we're quite important. We're here to have business with the king, and I see that there's a large group of people here, and we don't have time to wait. What can we do about getting where's the little
Audience?
one?
Varys is
they're all
hanging his
little
head in
shit.
shame at the end of the line.
Jin's gonna comment sideways to Varys. I don't think I've ever seen Jeddick be so articulate before. So many words come out of his
like
mouth.
nodding,
So-
being like,
Definitely
he
that
knows
one.
more words than I
Well, so
do."
I want you all to understand that what's actually he done. Jack doesn't actually speak Elvish. So he is coming over, being intimidating, and saying all the words that that his eloquence is in Sylvan. So Thoricus here is hearing this. Yeah, no. You're speaking eloquently like you are
Okay.
in Sylvan, and Thoricus is hearing that. The rest of you are hearing like the worst broken Elvish that is coming.
You're making fun of my Sylvan and Jeddix.
Well, no,
I
like
mean, still, I
he's
don't
trying
think I've
his
heard
best.
Jeddick use so many words before.
That's why I
A
was
lot
trying to
of
be
words.
helpful and
The jury's still out
supply
on whether or
words.
not these are actual words, but you're
That is
hearing
true.
noises.
You are hearing
with
noises.
intent.
Intimidating noises.
Oh yeah, they're
Noises with
intimidating.
intent. Yeah.
You just go over. So to set the scene here, a very large green half-orc walks over to a average heighted elf, so still like a head underneath him, and just looms menacingly over him, and says quite a few nice words that are elvish in that sense, but then intermixed with a lot of not words and generally just gibberish.
He's
but
over
makes it
7 foot tall.
Yes, but makes it sound like he is saying something very eloquent, while being very intimidating. And this guard and the guard beside him immediately have lowered their weapons and are trying to step back. And are basically just like, please take whatever you want.
Varys
Ailey will-
step out of line.
Okay.
Head on over, being like, "So we're allowed to talk to the king next, then?" That's what he was trying to say.
Yes, and they're gonna give us all this stuff that we want.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Can
Well,
I
we'll
have
go.
that- Can I have that sword? Is it swords that they're holding?
No, it's like
Ailey, don't take people's swords.
I don't think they made their weapons. More like like trinkets and things that are, that are.
Please don't rob the
sharing around.
guards.
There's not robbing. They said we could take it.
It's
we'll go
not
talk.
this. No, it's basically the same.
Well, listen,
So-
my fellow halfling. It is time for us to be seen, and we're gonna go talk to the king now.
Oh, goodness.
Let's go.
Oh.
I'll pick you up and I'll take you there. 'Cause your little legs are too small.
Varys doesn't resist being picked up. He's just got his head in his hands. He's just so ashamed.
Yeah, Ailey. So wait, is there something that you're gonna give me? Ailey will just like stand with her hand out.
Who are you talking to?
To the guard.
The guards.
I'm not instructed by you, I don't think.
No, Ailey walked up.
Ailey
to
was
you.
with you.
All right.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Hang on. There was something I wanted to. Fuck, where is it?
But you notice that through all of this,
I'll pick him up.
yeah,
Yeah.
you notice through all of this that basically the moment Jeddick
Where's my panache?
walked over, it's under features.
That's what I'm looking for.
It's an active one at the top, panache. It's got a pirate hat on it as the icon.
Ah,
You
there.
missed it.
Is that the one?
Yeah, pirate hat.
It's right at the top of active ones.
We should all be wearing pirate hats. We're shanghaiing this entire castle.
You are. So from for those of you who are paying attention, saw that the moment Jeddick moved over to the guards, the king had moved away whoever he was currently talking to, and he doesn't have a strict face in the ice golem. You can just see him through the ice. But he has got his iced hand and is like pressing into the ice, making a bridge of his nose into it from how much force he is pressing into it.
Varys recognizes this gesture well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ailey will have you
You're gonna use
panache
panache on it.
on the guy that was like, just take anything you want. So Ailey will just have her hand out like, so I'm getting a gift?
Okay. Well, again, make your persuasion check with
Okay,
advantage,
so what,
please.
What, just straight up persuasion?
Yeah, just straight up persuasion
With advantage.
with advantage. That'll come up. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Damn it.
Oh, this guy's in love with Ailey now, for the next minute.
Well, you see him go into his ceremonial robes and pull out not a sack of. You see him pull out his entire coin purse and just put it in your hand.
His entire
Please,
sack?
yes, his entire
His
sack.
entire
Please,
sack.
Just
please
his
take
entire
this. Please take this and go, please.
No, they're supposed to.
Oh, yeah,
regard
no,
me as a
no.
friendly acquaintance.
He does, but he knows that Jeddick is your
also
friend.
a threat.
So
Yeah.
he's at odds here between being intimidated by Jeddick and being in love with you.
Yeah.
So
Friendly acquaintance. I don't think
Yeah.
you take precedence over the king and his job.
no.
Yeah.
While this is happening, Jun is going to, because he would have followed Varys up.
Yeah.
He's going to swish by, and kind of say to Jeddick, as he does, put Varys down. That's rather undignified. And he's also going to, as he walks up to the king, pull out his hacked scythe and bang it on the maybe bang it against Jeddick's heel by like way of telling him off.
Okay.
well.
So it's
I was
quite
gonna just
impressive. Like
I was just gonna walk him up to the throne, but no, now we have chaos. So he's going, ow, when he feels that the tap on his was it ankle that you went for?
yeah, Yeah, it's not like it's not hard. Like he's obviously not trying to hurt you, but it's enough to be like, you know, like a slap on the wrist.
Well, he's not used to like because of his background and stuff. Like physical punishment is really triggering. So, he's going to pick up Varys and yeet him towards the king in shock.
Oh my god.
Varys is
Okay.
going to attempt to get out of the way.
Aren't you already like?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
Who are you
like,
throwing?
in
Are you
flight,
throwing
not hit
Varys?
the king. He's
Yeah.
not worried about himself. He's like, God, don't throw me at the king.
Okay.
He's just
can
trying to
Jin
change
try
his
and
trajectory.
grab him?
God, what an absolute mess. Okay.
Do I need to do any checks and throws?
Yes,
and things?
yes. So,
Okay, great.
okay. So, which direction are you throwing him?
Towards the king. We were walking
Towards the
that
king.
way,
Okay.
and
He's
then I
gonna
got
biff him towards the
tapped
king.
on the
God.
ankle, and that gave him the spook.
Okay.
And he
Oh,
threw
no.
and
Can you you roll me?
It's not like a fastball special or anything. It's more
no, no.
surprise.
It's just like a
So how much money did Ailey
surprise. We'll get to that.
Oh my god.
other things going on.
There's so many things going on right now.
Should
Okay.
have just had Varys go to the front of the line, but I didn't want him to because that's not something he'd do.
No. No.
I could have avoided all of this if I didn't do that.
You could have. You could have. You really could
It's
have.
almost like things are more chaotic when you play your characters.
That's pretty much how this goes. Okay.
Not in
So-
front of an audience of fucking peasants, please.
So, Jadek, can I have you roll a d20, please,
Okay.
to see how you biff?
Slash roll.
Yeah.
Base. D20.
Yeah, just d20. Yep.
11.
Okay. Well, you missed the king.
Thank goodness.
But
Again,
But can I get Jin? You want to try and catch?
yes, Jin wants to catch Varys.
Okay. So,
Like,
but
yeah.
Varys is also trying to maneuver himself as well. So,
Yes.
can I get you both to roll athletics checks for me, please?
Sure.
Athletics?
Yeah.
do I do an athletics check on like how hard he was throwing?
No, for you, Jeddick, you're for the sakes of purposes in this moment, Varys is an improvised weapon, and you are proficient in those.
Oh no.
So that's why it's just a flat d20 for you.
Sure.
But for
Wow.
Yeah.
so
Jin
Jin,
shouldn't have been at disadvantage.
no, it shouldn't have been. So I'll take the first
first
one,
roll
which
was
is a
a
16. Oh dear, but it's -1, so 15. So in doing this, the action here is slap on the ankle. Oh, immediately shot puts Varys into the direction of the king. Jin's like, oh fuck! Reaches out to try and grab Varys. His legs slip through your fingers. You're like, no! Slow motion. But Varys manages to turn it into a roll and flip out and land perfectly in front of the king, legs out, splayed leg.
What kind of meeting is this?
The best kind of meeting.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Everyone
it's-
around, a couple of people like lightly
and-
clap, thinking it was like a show or something.
And seeing this occur, my knee jerk, because I have got it prepared, is to immediately try calm emotions.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Centered on Jeddick, radiating out from him.
Perfect. Jeddick, can you roll that saving throw for me, please? I mean, unless you want to be calmed.
Let's give it a whirl. Because he thinks that he's in trouble, like from
He's petting.
That's
yeah,
fair.
so he's a little panicked.
And I guess Jun, you're right next to them, so you can also roll it if you want.
Ailey's
would it affect
just
the
watching
guards
all
as
of
well?
this unfold.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would affect the guards as well if they fail their
Everyone,
criticism.
every humanoid in a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so
should
it
be
also
rolling.
affect a bunch of the
Oh, so
populace as
does
well.
Ailey need to
Yeah, Ailey
roll
would
then?
also be in there as well. They're close enough for that.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Did
So
Paris
if
get
you,
shot
for-
I'll allow you to make the choice here whether you want to resist naturally Thoricus throwing down a calm emotions, or if you want to attempt to resist it.
Ailey would attempt to resist it.
Okay, then roll that save.
Yeah.
Saving throw, yeah.
Jun is
Yep.
gearing up to turn around and yell at Jeddick. So
No.
Oh fuck!
Well, you see that
Fuck.
most of the populace, some of the ones that were clapping and the ones that were shocked and awed, and definitely the guards, all sort of get a little bit lulled. Like they're like, "Oh, this is okay. Nothing's a problem here."
maybe
But
Yeah.
Jun and Jeddick and Ailey, I have not changed.
I think
Can I?
Jun-
So
Sorry.
I can see this happening. I can feel it. That it's not worked.
Yeah.
I think on realizing that Thoricus is trying to calm down the situation, and probably also seeing a couple of people clap, Jun kind of realizes that that's their way of kind of getting out of this with their reputations as slightly intact, is to pretend it's all a show. So I think he might rein himself in a bit rather than yelling at Jeddick. He might do a sweeping bow with his scythe in a very dramatic fashion towards the people that clapped, and then go up to Jeddick and go, and just under his breath, maybe a little bit too aggressively, but we need to talk about this later.
Okay.
Ailey would be clapping as well. She'd be like,
Roll me a performance check there, Jun.
Okay, because performance, I'm.
I mean, you're good in
we'll see.
charisma. Yeah,
oh yeah.
you successfully pull that off. No one is the wiser. So now there's the scene of a kind of upset looking Jeddick.
He's not upset. He's not happy.
Exactly, he is not happy.
To respond.
Go ahead.
Because the person who, June was the one that kicked him in the shin, and,
Yep.
and his mind caused all this, and is now chewing him up over it. So, Jeddick is gonna turn right around and use intimidating presence on them.
Oh. So last game, I rolled 4 wisdom checks in a row as nat ones. So let's see how this goes.
This is gonna be good.
Nat 20, nat 20.
You called it.
You really did call it. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
That's 2 nat 20s already in this game. I'm concerned. What's gonna happen?
I mean, this is apparently the Chaos game,
Someone's gonna
so
die. There needs to
The
be
thing-
karmic balance for this.
The thing about Jun, though, is that he is not an emotionally mature character. He's got
I mean,
his
also
own shit
you're,
going on.
you're immune to frightened anyway, so this wouldn't have affected
Yes.
you.
But it's certainly the fact that Jeddick is trying to frighten him
Oh yeah.
will piss him off.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Ailey's just enjoying the show, honestly. She'll be like, this
And-
is great. She has no idea what's going on.
And apparently the rest of the
And-
audience is too.
In seeing this,
Mhm.
I would try to. I suppose I could try to play up the performance aspect as well. So I would try to jump onto Jedic's back in a bear hug fashion. And I'm gonna try to do a flip as well
So like, do a flip onto his back.
onto his back, like a somersault. And but
Well, I know what Jin's gonna do.
Well,
I have
so
what?
Circus is going to Circus.
I have no
Makes-
spell slots left. God damn it!
What?
How do I have no spell slots left?
you mustn't
don't
have
know.
long
We
rested
haven't
it.
rested, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys haven't rested
Because
since
I was gonna throw.
since
I
the
was gonna
fight.
throw
We've
my
surely
magic
had at least
shield
a
back.
short rest, right?
Yeah, so as a warlock, you have those back for sure.
Okay,
I
we
was
did
gonna
short rest.
throw my.
I would say
my
that the
outfit.
time spent is enough for you to be short rested. Yeah. What were you gonna do?
Nothing.
Throw your alchemical stuff on it?
No, I can't. It's not
Hey,
There's not
you're
any charges left.
-9 hit points.
It's because it was temporary hit points.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
So hold on. So before Jude gets to this, so Thoricus. Okay, hold on. No. Who are you casting banishment on? On
What do
Jeddick.
you think?
On Jeddick.
Okay,
Uh,
Jeddick.
on.
Jeddick, can I get you to roll the charisma check for me, please?
Oh, absolutely. Now, let me just double check. I don't have double. No, I don't have the. What is it? Advantage? No,
No, not for that.
no. Okay.
You have advantage on dex saving throws and checks, I
Yeah.
think, when you're
Not
raging
charisma.
and such. Oh, sorry, you're danger.
Oh.
Oh.
He is charismatic
Okay.
today.
So there is a.
Alright.
You hear like a faint whoop, whoop, is like the space around Jeddick is trying to pull him into another plane, and it's just about to do it when Thoricus comes up, does a flip, a fantastic flip, but in that just moment where Jeddick is not in this world, Thoricus falls through him and collapses onto the ground. In a splayed fashion.
Do a charisma saving throw.
There's no saving from this one, I'm afraid.
Fuck.
So...
Can Jin try to catch it?
No, she fell.
Forgiving Jun
No.
for this.
No, Thoricus
No,
is
Jin will
Circus
not try
never-
to catch her.
Thoricus is splayed on the ground. The audience now, some still are clapping, some are looking like, what? What? That didn't go right.
Jin is going to offer Thoricus a hand.
Wait, so I didn't get banished?
No, you didn't get banished.
No.
It was Jenny. who got
You
banished.
didn't
Oh, holy
replace him
shit.
in the
Yeah.
spell or anything.
In the midst of him
You just ended
resisting
up
that
on your butt.
banishment, you ended up splayed on the ground. Like
Okay.
you were trying to land on him, missed him because
Fully
he was
thought I
becoming
gonna get
ethereal.
banished, yeah.
That would have been funny. But no, that's not how that spell works, unfortunately.
Jeddick has a +7 to charisma saving throws. That's amazing.
It's...
Wait.
The
What is
way
that a thing?
charisma works in D&D is not how it works in my head.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, why does he have a +7 in charisma saving throws?
That's really
And
weird.
why does charisma stop you being banished?
Yeah, like it's the audacity.
Yeah, it is the audacity.
I rolled an 18 and you got a 25. Aren't you a barbarian? That's really confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm very
am.
confused. I'm trying to figure this out.
Like, I get that charisma and intimidation go together.
Hmm.
but yeah.
Well, it's the same thing for when ghosts try and possess you and stuff. That's a charisma save. I think it's like
Yeah.
a force of personality thing rather than a
It
force
is.
of will.
Yeah.
It very much
Or
is.
rather than but I'm so charming.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
your way out of being banished.
Yeah, something
could
very
finish this
weird
face.
has happened here.
Did something change over the update, Skilly?
Oh, I know what's happened.
Hey,
Okay,
all my
so
stats just dropped.
and I think that's going to be the same for everybody here. Let me go through and everybody's sort of stuff out. Yeah,
Now you have
everybody's.
shitty stats. 'cause
Yeah,
you're pulling it-
everybody's. Sorry, everybody's thing got weird. It's actually because of Ailey's brother.
My stats are
Right.
fine.
It's because his
Yeah, the
his aura.
modifiers
It's
are
everyone who
okay.
had the aura, the courage aura.
Oh, I wasn't amongst that. I was on the
Yep.
dragon.
So it was
Hmm.
just a couple. Yeah, but for some reason Jeddick had it twice, so he was getting crazy buffs. Anyway, so it's actually just a plus
Oh.
1, so it's still a 19. So you still do save from that.
Yeah.
Let's go back and check some of these as well. No, it's a net 20 anyway, so that's fine. That's all good. Okay, we're okay. So, Thrakus laid on the ground. Jeddick still on this plane of existence has force of willed himself out of being pushed into another dimension.
Honestly, fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The audience is the audience is both is so, I guess a third of the audience is just completely docile. They're not reacting to anything. Another third of the audience is clapping, enjoying the show. Another third is just confused.
Yep. That's that makes sense.
Oh boy.
So,
Jun is
Oh.
don't know. Jun's miffed.
fair.
I'm desperately trying to save this from turning into a real big thing.
Did Circus take Jun's hand?
Oh yes, Jonah has extended a hand to the Ruckus.
How close is Jeddick to me?
Within touching distance, you could grab him as well if you want to.
Okay. Then I grab just touch Jeddick's foot
Mm-hmm.
and cast invisibility on him.
Okay.
That's one way to deal with it.
And then
That
and then I
again.
take Jun's hand. And I'm like, I think we should go get some air and try to pull Jun away.
And Jun looks at the crowd and goes, "The amazing disappearing giant!" and bows and then walks off with Circus.
Jeddick,
Ailey
are
will
you-
walk up to the king.
Jeddick, what are you? Are you accepting this? Is this
As
the reality?
have they started leaving?
Well, so
There is nothing that says that he has to accept it.
no. So
Except
Jun.
The invisibility.
Yeah, no.
He
So
is
no.
invisible.
So Jeddick has become invisible. What I'm saying is,
Yeah. Okay.
are you leaving with them? So Jun has started leaving. Thrakus is still there next to you. Can see you in the invisibility. The only person who can.
No. But the second that
Can
they
I?
leave that door,
Okay.
a javelin's materializing out of nowhere and aiming for the door.
Yeah, Ailey would be walking up to
That
the
doesn't
king
hit.
once they start leaving. And,
Well, it hits the-
probably trying to find
It hits the door. So
Vertigo.
it's a javelin out of nowhere slams into the doors of the throne room.
I'm so glad I calmed emotions. Because that's still a thing for a little
Well,
while.
then, so that also causes the invisibility to wear off.
But are we like
Oh, it's like
outside
he
the
didn't
throne
get
room by
hit.
now?
No,
Oh, no,
but
he attacked.
he attacked.
Fucking damn it!
That was sort of like an homage to Scary Movie 3 when like they leave and then one of the kids just throws the colored pencils at the door at them like the second they leave. It just popped into my head.
What is? Yeah, it's fair. What is Jin's reaction to this? Because I'm just trying to pull him faster to the door.
So are we inside the throne room or outside the throne room by now?
I would say that you guys have left back out the way that you had come in, as that was the quickest exit. So yes.
Jin is just gonna turn to Jadek and go, like in that kind of way when people get so angry but they don't yell, they like speak in a really hissy, angry whisper. And he's gonna go, "What were you thinking? We're trying to get things done here. You can't intimidate the king's guards."
Okay,
I
so
did.
so
It's
no. So
unhelpful.
Jedek is still in the throne room.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
he's gonna
you
wait
and-
it's
until-
just me and
Okay.
Circus.
Jin and
Thoracus.
And Jin.
So
Yeah, so no, he's gonna. Okay, I thought that Thoracus had Jedek's hand.
no,
No.
just yours.
Ah,
And if I had the way he was coming with me, I wanted to keep my hands.
Yes.
Like trying
Okay.
to pull a boulder.
Mm.
That
so
wants
it's
to smush you.
just the two of us out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jin's gonna turn around to Thoracus and just go, "What is he doing? It's gonna create problems for us. We've got stuff to do."
Yeah, I do agree, but he's obviously got something going on right now, and you're making it worse. I don't think you realize that you are, but you are. You're winding him up more.
Jin probably on some level can see that you're right, but doesn't want to admit it. So he's just gonna stand there and seethe a little bit. And just kind of go, "Well, fine, you deal with it then."
I was trying to. Maybe you should stay out here for a little bit. That can't go over well.
Jin's. I think because Varys is in front of the king, Jin knows that stuff is at least going to get done, which is what he cares about. So he's like, I think he'll just pace the hall for a little bit.
Okay.
Perfect. Well,
So
while you guys are having a little hallway discussion, and
Yeah.
and the mood
Relationship building.
yeah, and the mood of the of the throne room has dulled a little bit. The king will sort of motion that the lion and that turned audience to step back maybe another 10 feet, and motion for the guards to allow Ailey and Jedek and Varys to get up closer, while Thoracus and Thoracus and Jin are outside.
Did Skelly die for anyone else?
What?
Just for you, I heard
No.
My
Skelly that
internet
entire
died.
time.
Well,
maybe I can hear both of you.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
both of you, so.
Can you hear me? Hello,
Yeah, we can hear you. Well, I
we
can.
can hear you, Skelly.
Pyro?
I can hear you.
I think Pyro's died.
I think Pyro's just lost all of us.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go, and back.
And you're back?
Hey,
That was
Perfect.
I was like,
Can you
is it
hear
me?
everyone?
You? I don't know what's going on.
can you hear everyone?
That was
Can you
you,
hear
Tim.
everyone now? Yes.
Oh.
Could you hear me when I was like,
Yes.
what's going on?
Yes, we could. Yes, we could. Anyway, you're all called up to the front. Varys, obviously, you stand up from your splayed out.
Ailey was gonna help him up when she walked over.
Well,
But
there you go.
Varys shoves Ailey's hand away and stands up himself, and both Jeddick and Ailey hear in their head, "Get out now!" And he just glowers at them.
Ailey would just kind of shrug and be like, "Why?"
God. Yep.
One of Varys's eyes twitch, and he said, "I will give you the reason once you leave.
What?
I will talk to the king. Get out."
Okay. Ailey like is a bit like looking at Varys weird.
He's
Kind of
shaking.
shrugs.
He hasn't said
He's like-
anything out loud. It's all been in your heads, but he is shaking.
And then Ailey will look to Jarek and just be like,
Jarek.
"Maybe we should go have some beer." or
Ailey,
something."
it's just Ailey.
Jeddick?
Jeddick.
Okay.
Jarek.
What did I say?
You said
You-
Jarek.
Like from Mortal Kombat.
That's probably where I got the name from.
Excellent.
Oh dear. So, Alien
But yeah.
Jeddick,
Yeah.
you're leaving, yes?
Yeah.
Are you going the same way that Jin and Thragus went, or are you going to leave out and go into town?
What
Open
is the
windows.
There are no
Oh
no
my
windows
God.
in here.
Oh.
What's the nearest door? That's what
The one
Ailey
that
would
Jin
look
and
out of.
Thragus left.
Okay, well, that's where she would go.
All right, guess we're going there.
And because I was about to walk in, so I see them coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Run.
I pull out some of my rations immediately
Yep.
to give to Jeddick and hold them out in a peace offering. What's he do?
Jeddick, how do you
Are
respond?
we in there now?
Yes, so you're now in the door.
Okay.
You're now outside of the throne room. Thrakus has handed you a nice ration
Oh,
in this trying
Right.
time.
my actions are being dictated by the Spotify playlist that's playing. Before it was complicated by Avril Lavigne, and now it's by the Verve. So now he's still sad and emotional.
Okay, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. We'll ride that emotion.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's sad eating. No.
Yeah.
He says,
All the adrenaline's gone, just sad.
"Thank you."
But
And then he-
buddy, what's
Mark.
what's going on? We're your friends.
I need to be outside.
Okay. And I sort of
Stuff down the road. Wow.
cool.
Okay.
Aw.
Well, you guys following Jeddick out? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Jin
I
would
feel like-
follow,
Okay.
but I think he would
I-
be surprised that Jeddick was sad rather than indifferent.
Fair
And
enough.
I wouldn't follow because Jeddick seemed like he wanted to be alone.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna push my presence on anyone.
Fair enough. Ailey?
Ailey would probably leave to go shopping
Okay.
because she's been kicked out. So,
So not
she'll
necessarily-
go and find a bar or find food or go.
Right. So not
No, yeah.
necessarily with Jeddick, but with Jeddick.
Yeah, but it, like Ailey will be leaving and finding the nearest bar, and whether Jarek follows her, like she
Again,
won't care.
Jarek.
Did it again.
For fuck's sake.
It's a D.
So, wait, how do you say it?
Jeddick.
Jeddick.
Jedick. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So Ailey has also left the building. Cool. So as you
Sounds good.
as you leave the castle, you see that the line has now extended out into the courtyard. There is some whispers from the populace, but you make it out through the gates proper as it has been opened to the public currently. No problems there. Now, back to the throne room. Varys. You see the king finally take his hand away from the now bridge of his nose. And,
He's had his hand there for so long
Yeah.
that the golem face has become a bridge.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And yes, he is. Now that everyone has moved further away, he can talk to you more personally. And the first thing he says to you is, "Oh dear."
You're fucking telling me, huh? Fucking God. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I was
It's
part of an
just-
adventure.
Just...
Yes.
Carry on.
I just wanted for us to come in and let you know that we'd arrived through the teleportation circle. Thought it might be nice to just, let you know and see if you maybe had a quick way to the other kingdom. If you didn't, that'd be fine. We just carry on. But
Well,
fate had other ideas, apparently.
consider me informed. Yes. I don't really have any other comment. I'm sure you're well aware of possible alternatives next time.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. No, we'll just leave. I'll just send you a message with my ring. It's fine.
Yes. As entertaining as it is, it's not. Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
No.
Okay. Is there anything that you want me to pass along to the other kingdom, or good?
No. If you're going
No.
to help out with their Feywild issue, that'd be fantastic. They've
Yeah.
been asking me to send someone for a while, and I haven't been able to. So I guess I'm sending you guys. But I don't have a teleportation circle there. They're druids.
That's fine.
you know.
Honestly, the horse ride would probably be good for everybody. I think.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Thank you very much for allowing us to use the circle, and apologies again for. Yeah, just apologies.
Of course.
All right. Guys will leave.
Fantastic.
We're going to a
Profusely
bar.
apologizes to whoever
Mhm.
is at the front of the line as well too.
Well, they're still docile. The people at the front of the line are still like mellowed out, chill.
What about the guard that got threatened?
He's chill now too. He got calmed emotion.
Yeah. Oh, glad I had that spell ready to go.
That was a
How much
big
money did
thing.
Ellie get? Oh my, that's what she'd be doing. She would pull out the bag that he gave her and would be counting it to see what she can spend at a bar.
Yeah, drink money.
Okay. So you pull out the sack and you're like, this is quite heavy actually. There's 100 gold pieces in there.
Sweet.
Robbed a man of his livelihood.
Yeah, just took this mental.
But it's a
savings.
flat 100, so it's probably like he just got his salary and you just took it all.
His whole
Excellent. More
salary.
money for drinking.
Yeah.
I don't know why I started going like
You're Russian.
Transylvanian, even.
Eastern Europe.
Encroaching on my territory. I don't know if I like that.
I could never. When it comes to Russian accents, you're the Bible in this Discord.
It vacillates so many times between different things. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same.
It's pretty close. Anyway,
It occasionally descends into jester territory.
Mm-mm.
It's all right. Jaunty tried to do it, and he went Jamaican.
That's, oh no.
Yep.
Anyway.
The
Varys.
transformation of the Scottish accent was fun to watch.
Anyway, Varys, you leave out the way you came in to find Jun pacing backwards and forwards, and Thrakus, whatever Thrakus is doing. What are you doing standing there, Thrakus?
This is where I need to have a conversation with Jin properly.
Okay,
Now that Jedic's gone.
yeah. It's only been like
Yeah.
a few moments since the leaving of Jeddick and the conversation with the king, so
Yeah.
I'd say you don't have much of time to actually get much talking in before Varys shows up, so
Well, honestly, with this sort of conversation, I'd probably turn to him and just be like, "Do you want to get a drink, buddy?"
To Jun,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is a perfect time for a drink, but perhaps a quiet one.
And is this where?
and that'll be where
Varys
Varys
walks up?
enters in. Yep. So
Varys just walks
Maybe.
through.
Did my typing wrong there?
no, that's it. That's when Varys walks in.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
hello. We can hear you. Oh no, is it happening in Bronster too?
Hello?
Hello. Oh
Can
no.
you hear us?
we
Oh,
can hear
no.
you. No.
It's breaking again.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you. No. We can hear you. Yes.
No.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You're back. Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
You can hear us now.
Oh, you can hear us now?
We kicked out and we're back in.
Oh dear.
Fucking hell.
Amazing.
Happened to me.
Yeah, it's
So I stopped hearing
infectious.
people as soon as I went. So is this about the time where Jared
Yes.
would walk up?
This is exactly the time where Varys has walked in.
Varys?
Mother.
The names are
It's
morphing.
King. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I'm guessing Varys would have something to say?
Nope. Varys just walks on past. He doesn't say a word.
I'd say, I just call out to him, we're going to the pub.
Varys waves his hand to indicate that he's heard it, but doesn't say anything.
Okay.
I think at this point, Jun would realize that, oh, Varys is upset with me as well. Oh.
yep.
He doesn't necessarily understand why, but I think he's having a little moment of like, fuck, I might have done something wrong.
I think technically everybody had a hand in
Everyone-
that. Yeah.
I think only Thrakus and
Oh.
Varys did good things in that, I'm afraid.
I feel like mine could be arguably not great.
You like meddled with their emotions.
The calm emotions probably stop things from
It
being
sure
like
did.
astronomically worse.
Yeah, that was for once in Thrax's life. She chose damage control.
I mean, at least you didn't pull out the Rod of Rulership, okay?
I mean, it was just a temptation.
Okay. So, Jun and Thrakus, you're leaving now. Varys, are you following them to a bar?
Varys just pulls out his grapple gun and just starts grappling through the city. He doesn't have to be near anybody else. He
Just
wants
Assassin's Creed's
alone
out of
time and
there.
He's gonna go find it. Yeah.
Sad Spider-Man vibes.
Pretty much. Sad, tiny, gun-wielding Spider-Man.
So as you all, so you leave, you gotta leave as a group. The walls are a little bit too high to probably do the grapple on. You leave the castle walls, thinking that Varys is behind you, and all of a sudden you hear, whoosh, whoosh, and he's just disappears to the side of you. Spider-Manning around the town.
Perfect.
Oh dear. Okay.
Well, we successfully split the party.
Well, I guess Jeddick and Ailey are going to a pub, and you guys are going to a
Ailey
pub
loves
as well.
her speakeasies, but they
So-
might just end up at a regular pub because Jarek?
Jeddick! Oh my god! It's been like
Never had
2
an issue with
minutes.
this before either.
Jarek.
I don't think I've heard Jarek before.
No,
New one
yeah.
every time.
Next is like, I don't feel like anyone understands or knows me. But
Ailey keeps saying, "Let's go, Jarek."
But yeah, because Janik is larger, I'm not sure if they'll find somewhere for him to fit in that respect.
I mean, so elves are, yeah. The height of things are fine. He can get through things normally here in the elven kingdom. It's, I mean, seats maybe not. So you probably have to find a booth or something that he can sit at as opposed to a chair. But yes. Well, Jonah's looking for something more quiet. Ailey's probably not.
I was thinking like JJ Murphy vibes seems to be what where she thinks Janik would fit instead.
Okay. Then maybe you do
Sort
end
of
up
her
in a
normal
similar
lore.
place.
I don't think we want to be at the same place, though.
Yeah, so I'd say that you guys, that Ailey and Jeddick find a place, and Jen and Thoraka steer clear of it and find another place to go. So, it is like late afternoon. It's time. But there are absolutely pubs and bars open for you guys. No problems there. You may all sit down and have a drink. No issues. I would say for you, Ailey, for your particular tastes, you can deduct a whole gold for all of the things that you buy.
Yeah. But I've got to add a gold, 100 gold, or
Yeah.
have you added that already?
I have not added that. You can add that.
200
for-
gold minus 1.
Just add. Okay, that works. For the rest of you, well, probably not Jeddick. You probably just sponge off of Ailey for that.
Yeah.
For Jin and Thoracus, you can deduct a silver each for your guys' drinking.
Okay.
Varys, are you just gonna Spider-Man lonely leap on top of a building, or?
Yeah, he Spider-Man's himself until he's as far away from people as he can be. Far away from the party, at least.
Is he
And-
doing tiny little sick flips and tricks?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thwip.
Oh.
He's racking up some style points. He's got the
Oh, wow.
SK, AT, and E as well.
Varys Morales.
Nice. He's incredibly angry, and he hasn't been this angry in a little bit. And I think he's still mulling over a lot of the stuff that's happened recently. The feeble mind, in particular, still sits badly with him. And I think in this time he thinks of his mother's advice, and he goes down into the street to find somebody, and he asks to get directions to the worst dive bar, like the diviest of dive bars, because he wants to find somebody who he thinks will give him a reason to get into a fight.
Classic. All right.
Nice.
All right. Well, you're directed outside of the main walls. I should probably. Yeah, that's definitely the side of the city. You guys are probably here-ish. You guys are probably here-ish. Okay. So, Alien Jeddick. What do you guys get up to while you're drinking?
Can you describe the surroundings a little bit? Like, what,
Yep. So for you, for as Ailey put it before, JJ Murphy's. So think like
I don't know what that is.
No. Think
Remember
there's a lot of
Cuba Street, the bars out
well,
front,
this is
like near
no.
Graphic and
You
stuff?
don't. We're not just doing this for Wellingtonians' benefit. It's for everybody.
No, I mean
so-
for nine to understand.
Yeah, but no.
But
So think a lot of nice wood paneling. It's very open plan bar. It's very large, which is exactly what Ailey was thinking for you. Is find somewhere that's big, lots of open space. It's even got the place that you're in's got a staircase up to a larger sort of restaurant-y part, but at the bottom is a proper bar with lots of tables set up with chairs, but there's also a couple of think like diner style booths that you can sit at. That absolutely when the barmaid sees you guys coming in, is directing you guys towards the booth, like, please. The one with the massive wings cannot sit at a table, and the one who's an absolutely massive half orc is just like
about Jaddick, but not like considering herself.
Yeah, that's just
and
like,
her wings.
like she does not want someone trying to get around you at a table, and does not want Jaddick trying to sit on one of her chairs. So it's just like, please go sit over there. Someone will come and serve you, and a polite younger elven male will take your order. I assume you order just a whole lot of booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whiskey or whatever they I don't know what they'd serve. So yeah.
So they'll serve a bunch of spirits, a bunch of ale as well. So you get the works.
Yay!
And they'll bring
Probably
it over
some
to
food
you.
as well.
Yeah, bring that over to you pretty quick, smart. Yes. And
Yeah, they'll be like, oh god.
bunch of snacks, bunch of fried foods, and
Ailey's
other
totally wanting to try and
roast
smoke the
meats.
spice again though. Because she wants to offer it to Jaddick because she doesn't know what to do to like console people.
There you go. Jaddick, do you partake in
With the spice pipe.
in the pipe that Ailey is smoking?
He's so like just in his feelings and like mopey and like angry and upset or whatever that he's not really talking, but when it's offered to him, he just grabs it and takes it without a second thought and just starts inhaling it.
All right. Cool. Right, so this is the proper spice tobacco that you bought, right? This isn't the
Yeah.
This is
This
the mixed
is
stuff.
the
Okay.
proper stuff.
So it doesn't like trip you out or anything like like the Rikus' experience. But it
She literally snorted it.
Yeah, I snorted it.
She sure did. But you immediately feel like a warmthness coming to you from your chest, like a really warm hug come over you. It's almost like the effect of calm emotions, sort of mellowing you out, but not to the point of being like unable to feel stuff. It's almost like you're feeling one with the universe. Like it's trying to
He's numb.
it's
He's
trying to say
feeling numb.
it's trying to say you're okay, you're right.
Well, he hears that from the spice.
Yeah.
And he now realizes that he's having a mental conversation with himself that he believes is the rice. No, not rice, spice.
Yeah,
He thinks it would be good with rice.
probably.
And that he like he can understand what it's trying to do, and like he's just not doing great,
Fair
and
enough.
kind of just sort of leaves it at that, and sort of slumps down a little bit in his chair.
It's a
Fair
lot
enough.
deeper than I thought.
Daniel.
Yep.
And then he puts his hand up and he asks, tries to get like a bar person's attention.
Yep, they're immediately right there. Yes, what can I get for you?
How much is 2 gallons of beer?
two whole gallons?
Ailey will be like, have
Question.
you seen the size of him?
That's
Second
fair.
question. How big is a gallon? Is it like
It's
a
like over
crate?
4 liters. Hold on, 1 gallon. 2. It's 4 liters.
Okay, and how much do they cost?
Wait, how much do they cost?
Well, your ale. Hold on, I have to do a calculation here.
It's just made up. It doesn't matter.
I know, but I mean, like it's
precedent,
this.
though.
Yeah, it's precedent. It will be for 2 gallons, 4 silver pieces.
Okay, how much can I get for 280 gold? I don't have any silver.
We can split a gold for you. Don't worry. We do not have enough. We don't have enough ale in the building to service 280 gold.
I'll tell
So-
you what. Here's our deal. What about you bring it out and I pay you for it, and then we just keep going until you run out of ale or I run out of gold.
Okay.
Everybody wins.
A fine deal, sir.
Great.
Ailey will be nodding and be like, can we do that with the whiskey?
Sure.
And rum. Put some rum in there too.
Okay. Cool. Oh dear.
Some constitution rolling throws later, I'm guessing.
Yes. We will say for now that you definitely get through a fair bit of your gold, so I'll just math that off for you.
Depends on how long we're there for, really.
Well, I can say for sure how much you guys can get for considering your general stuff about things. So
It wants to go dancing after this. So
Yeah.
well, I
Oh,
imagine that
Ailey
you
would
get
definitely
drunk
join.
enough that you turn this place into a dance. As soon as they run out of alcohol, they can't really do much else. And
Ailey wows the bar with her dancing.
yeah, with a half-orc barbarian and a half-dragon that is specifically skilled in the brewing stuff. What was it? They even have a thing that's like they can't get drunk as easily. What's it called?
Yeah, I can decide. Like I just know my limit.
Yeah. Ignore the effects of alcohol is
Yeah.
one of their things. So
I can just ignore. If things go
Yeah.
bad, they can
So,
just be like, I'm
you
now
guys can
sober.
get through a lot of alcohol. So that's up to the point where I've deducted enough that you will be able to get to the point where you finally feel drunk enough. Okay? And we'll say that it's also for you guys throughout the night. And Jedic's dancing is way better than yours. Anyway.
Yeah,
Ellie's still not used to her wings.
At least one other person in the room was bold enough to say it.
But yes, that will be the rest of the day for Ailey and Jeddick. We now turn to Jun and Thrikus. What are you guys doing? Going for a quiet drink. You guys have found a sort of alleyway pub that's doesn't seem to be frequented by a lot of people. I'm not sure if any of you have seen. Well, I know Thrikus has seen Midnight Diner. It's a Japanese show. It's on Netflix from an old comic book, where it's sort of an off the street little the tiniest little restaurant.
Like very
in
booth
Japan.
size.
It's a booth. They can fit like a maximum of 9 people in it at one time.
And that's a crowd.
Yeah, there's a big crowd. And there's one guy there who's making nice street meals, as well as in the thing he makes it makes whatever you want. But this guy, he's just making street meals and serving booze. And there's only one other person in the place. You guys sit and across from them and get served by this single bar guy. Bartender. Barman. But it is really close relatively in close space. As soon as you step inside, it feels like you're completely separated from the noise of the city. It's a nice wood top. It's like two layers of it. One that's at a higher level for him to serve things to you, and one that's low for you guys to eat your meals and stuff. But it's nice for you to sit at, little stools, and see that there's a very small menu on the wall. With only a couple of served food items, like it's mainly some fried stuff, maybe a hamburger, but otherwise it's all alcohol that they serve here.
Excellent. That's what we need.
So
Before we launch into this, can we do a quick out of game check-in?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you feeling? How's everyone feeling about this? I think Jun's gonna enact some of his issues, and obviously Jeddick has also had some of his issues triggered. Is everyone feeling okay?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
But this is good practice. We should do this more
Yeah,
often.
thank you for the check.
Yes.
Especially when, like, every now and again, when Jeddick said that he was triggered by Jin's behavior, I was like, oh, that's a little, like, that could be quite a thing for someone. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Good practice.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Thank you for checking.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to say in character some mean things about Jeddick.
Yeah.
They're all on the same page.
Meanwhile, Ailey is like, this is my new best friend. I love this. Like, someone
You
to
two are
drink.
going to be like the chaos twins of the group.
Yeah.
You go for it.
But also, but Jun's gonna have to strap in because Thrikus
Oh yeah,
says it like it is.
and I think that'll be good for Jun ultimately, although he might not handle it well
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This might be interesting.
Okay. So Jun's gonna sit down and order a bottle of absinthe, please.
Sure.
The sign that someone's got some shit to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That'll be a whole bottle. That'll be 2 silver, thanks.
Not a problem. Is the waiter hot?
Does Jun like old men?
No, not really.
Then not particularly.
Oh, jeez, that's wonderful.
I mean, maybe
Here's
like
a-
older men, but not old men.
No, he is here, stepping away from from Midnight Diner. He is not that man. He is an old. I'm sorry. He's an old, because that guy is attractive. This is an
Actually,
older.
yeah.
This is an older elf. You can see that he does have a lot of scars. Seems like he was in some war or in some battles. But is almost getting to that geriatric state, which does take a long time for an elf to get to, but
Yeah.
it's getting to that. And you can see there's like a light. Yeah, there's a light shake in his left hand, from some old wound. But he's graying. He's got you can see the silvery specks in his beard, and is getting on in age.
Yep.
But,
Jun just
yeah.
waits for his alcohol to show up.
Yep, you see him
And-
just sort of. He doesn't even have to go anywhere. You see him like raise his arm up above your head, and there's like a bunch of shelving up there. Grabs a bottle, brings it down, and it is a vibrant, almost radioactive green. Plunks it in front of you, and a couple of shot glasses as well. There you go.
Excellent. Jun takes a shot.
It's the
I'm
nicest
gonna-
absinthe you've ever tried.
I'll just ask the bartender for anything that has a bit of fire behind it.
Literal or
I'm not that resistant.
fair enough. And he pulls down
Got a bit
something.
of burn.
He pulls down a bottle and pours you a. He's like, first of all, he's like, "You want the whole thing as well, or just a glass?"
Screw it, I'll take the whole thing.
All right. Puts it down. Takes one of the shot glasses that he'd given to Jun. Puts it back. Gets a whiskey glass out instead. And puts that in front of you. Pours you a 2 fingers of that. Puts it next to it, ready for you to go. Can I get you guys any food or?
I'm guessing that was 2 silver.
Yes.
So I'll
as
get
well.
that across. I'll look at Joan and just be like, "Yeah, can we get something fried?"
Sure thing. Goes out back and starts chopping up some vegetables and some other things that would
Good.
work in a fry up.
I'll just take 1 more silver off that because
Sweet.
we're gonna get down to it.
Why don't you take a swig from your whiskey, and it is akin
Mhm.
to Fireball.
Nice,
It's a nice cinnamon
Okay.
kick to it.
delicious.
Jun's gonna break the silence with that oaf is gonna get in the way of getting this done.
You hurt that oaf's feelings.
What?
I don't know how, but you saw how he walked off.
I mean, I was surprised that he seemed upset. I didn't do anything. I just tapped him. He was completely out of line.
His reaction was really, really intense, and all of us freaked out a bit at that. I definitely do agree with you that that was a very dangerous situation and could have ended much worse.
He could have damaged our relationship with the king. we could have ended up in prison instead of taking on the Black Sun God.
You tried to banish him
I
tried to
would have
banish
brought
him.
back.
for having an emotional reaction.
I just needed him out of the way so that, we could calm the situation down.
He's our friend. And that is not a way to calm someone down. You attacked him. Yes, he threw Varys across the room first. But this was not a time for us to turn on each other. But that's kind of what happened.
Jin, I think, doesn't really see the group as friends yet because he
Yeah.
doesn't really have that kind of concept. And I think he has like a fondness, I think, for the group, but it's more of like a familiarity. He doesn't really understand that actually the group might be offering him something more than that, because he's never had that offered to him before. So I don't think he really sees it quite that way. So I think he's gonna go, I don't understand why we need him with us. I mean, he's big and he can smash things, but
As you say that,
he's a
Can-
liability.
as you say that, can I get you to roll a quick insight check for me?
Sure. He is not that insightful.
Cool. No worries. Continue.
Oh no.
Okay.
There's spice in that, isn't there?
No.
And I'll,
They'll be like at one bar over from each other.
I'll take another swig of my fireball. And I'll say, he's lost. All of us have been lost. And that's how we have come together. And I know that you haven't come to care about the rest of us as much as we care for you. But he is a part of this group, and we take care of each other. Because otherwise we lose each other. And Thrakus will take a really long swig after that.
Just finish off the glass.
Oh no, I'm looking from the bottle. I ignored the glass.
I see. All right. Damn.
Can Jud do some kind of check to see if he believes or even is willing to acknowledge that Thrakus just said
Sure.
that she cares about him?
Roll another insight check.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So we'll say that that one is knowing whether or not whether or not Thrakus really meant that. And you do believe that that was from a place of truth. Now, can I get you to roll another insight, but this time on yourself?
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You now sort of quickly think back over that conversation, and you realize that when Thrakus was saying that Jeddak is our friend, they said our friend, meaning you and them are friends with Jeddak.
And each other.
And each other.
I think Jun's gonna lose it a little bit and just kind of
Take a drink of water.
Yeah, Jun needs to take a drink of water.
Hydrate.
I think he's gonna just
Everybody hydrate.
slam his hand on the table a bit because he doesn't really know what to do with this information. And he's kind of gonna go, I didn't come here looking for friends.
Yeah, well, we found you, so I guess we better drink about it.
he's gonna take another 2 shots. And he's gonna look at Circus and like size her up. And I feel like all of the times they've been having the kind of sibling type banter, he's been sizing her up a little bit. And so I think he's gonna take another shot, a 3rd shot, and kind of just let the alcohol seep in a little bit, and he's gonna say, I've never had friends.
You didn't have them before. You do now.
I
It
don't
takes
know
practice.
I don't know how to do it. And like, who
You
says
let them
Jeddick?
help you.
Who says Jeddick thinks that he's our friend? How do you know?
Well, he hasn't attacked us except for that one moment, and it seemed like something happened there. I think we need to have a chat with him too. But
Yeah, but we also need to talk about, you know, him not being so aggressive when we're trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, we do.
And Jun's gonna try and like shift the conversation back to focusing on what he thinks is the source of the problem rather than like his own stuff.
Yeah. Got to deflect a little. We're not
Yeah.
drunk enough yet.
I think too, Jun will reflect on how truly alone he is and how much the group has kind of like he's literally been popped into a completely different land by his god, has no idea where he was, like has no idea the landscape, the the social rules, the politics, the like anything of this continent. And the group has taught him a lot of that and taken him along on the journey. And I think he's going to realize that how valuable that's been to him, because he, you know, the thing he cares about the most, of course, is you know, Null and helping to realign the order of things. But these people that he's met have helped him to make progress and much more progress than he would have been able to make alone.
Fair enough. Roll me one last insight check, please.
Okie dokie. It's not a nat one.
Yeah. Thoracus, can I get you to roll a deception check against that, please?
Yes.
Oh.
You realize in this moment that Thoracus is probably talking from a place of experience, and you kind of come to a realization that you're probably the first set of friends that Thoracus has really had as well. Probably.
Jun has no idea what to do with this information. He's like, well, you're thinking, you know, well, how did she figure it out? Like, how did she know when people were friends and when they were safe and you know, yeah.
By being defensive and shitty.
Well,
can this be the part of the conversation that they actually have when they get super rolling drunk?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll leave it to that, but I will say
Okay.
that at this point the bar manager bar. Oh my god, I lost it again.
Bar person.
Bar person,
Barman?
barman, bar
Bartender.
person, bartender, all of the bar things. Comes over, and sits down a plate of various fried things. It looks
Delicious.
like just like a combo meal of battered and fried different things, from vegetables to meats, to fishes and other ocean life. There you go.
Cool. I take a piece and then nudge the plate over to Jun.
I think Jun will suddenly realize that he's really rather hungry and down his portion quite quickly.
Yep.
Fair enough.
At some point when he's very, very drunk, he'll go, "Do friends buy each other food? Is that a friend thing? No one's ever bought me food."
Yeah. A lot of time your friends will. Like, not always, and sometimes people just try to take advantage of you. But like,
Like, how do you
Yeah.
know which ones are gonna do that and which ones are real friends?
you just kind of gotta let them see that. Like,
All right.
it's
Well,
really
with that-
hard. You gotta just gotta go with it and see if it goes well.
Well, with that
That seems scary.
fantastic philosophy, we'll say that that's where you guys end up in the night.
Just drunkenly talking about the
yeah.
nature of relationships and safety
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunkenly
But-
reconciling all of your friend issues, your trust
just-
problems.
yeah, trust.
At some point where we are deep in the drink, I
Mhm.
will like recount the story of losing Willie. I always say losing
hmm
Willie. And also the story of how I thought all my friends were like being barbecued by a dragon.
Yeah.
And that's how I realized they were all my friends.
It was in this very city as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Jun
was
goes,
only a few
so we
days
must
after that."
face a dragon.
We already
It
had,
was
mate.
it was a demon, unfortunately.
It turned
but-
out to be a demon. That's why I hate demons. So then we got into a side thing about me hating demons.
Cool. Well, we've only got a few minutes left, but I do want to see what Varys is up to.
Yeah.
So we might have to cut it a bit into that. So be
That's
ready
fine.
for that. But yes, Varys is on the far, far side of the city, and has found himself very. Yeah, this is so Spider-Man. It's so funny. Anyway, found himself
So
angry and sad and all the things, all of these conflicting emotions, at far side of the city at a dive bar. You know, at where a lot of people are at the lowest of their lows. You know, it seems like there's somebody selling illicit spice on the corner.
That's
Oh,
how
we
Varys
went to the
knows he's
wrong
in the
one,
right place.
Yeah. And yeah, it's close to the red light district. It is smack bang in the middle of bad choices. Is where Varys currently is.
Mm-hmm.
So you like zip down from the top of one of the buildings, having been given directions to this place, and slink out of the shadows into the street.
Walk up to the building and sort of just a big heavy sigh before he goes in.
All right. It is a single bar that seems like it's been rebuilt several times, the bar itself, to make it more sturdy, to the point where the patrons would not be able to, lift it up or get over it. And you can
Or just crash through it.
yeah, you can very clearly see on the back wall where there are cabinets that are closed and seemingly locked, filled with booze. There is also an enchanted sword and dagger combination on a thing ready to be pulled off at any moment, and that's probably just the visible warning that the barmaid is giving, and they probably have a lot of other weapons and things at the ready.
Varys nods in approval to himself.
Yeah. There are a couple of people at the bar who are just drinking their sorrows, absolutely at their wits' end. There are a couple of guys playing pool, or the elven variant of pool, in the center of the center of the place. Yep. 4D pool. No.
I just feel like Vulcans and
Yeah.
elves would play the same kind of games for some reason. Can't figure out why.
Yep, I completely get it. But no, it is the same shape and size of a pool table, and they're hitting balls around and knocking them into each other. And it seems like someone's winning and someone's not. As to the exact rules of it, you can't make out the colors and shapes on the balls from where you're standing, as you're a little too short. Yeah, you're a little too short to see over it. But it could be pool, it could be something else. They're playing that, and that's pretty much the bar. But it does seem like there is a door to a sort of back bar that is that says your employees only. But you see a patron rather than an employee leave it as you come in.
I think Varys, throughout his time here, is going to keep an eye on that, because he's thinking if there is any chance that any of those mobster druids are around, then that's probably the room they'd be in.
Fair enough.
But he takes off his hat that he got from Bayrinda so as not to sully it with the presence in this bar, and also probably because he'd be laughed at, and sticks it into his inside pocket, and hails the bartender. Could I get a drink, please?
You see them sort of lean over the bar to get a good look at you. Yeah, right. What do you have?
I don't care. Whatever it is, just heavily alcoholic.
Got it. And you see him pull from a bottle that has very clearly been, used a lot. That's the sort of thing that a lot of people come here and ask for.
It's the thing they have the most of, because it's the most asked for.
Yep. And pours you the last bits of it into a glass. Serves it. That'll be a copper.
Cool. Varys hands over 10 copper, just in case,
I'll keep it coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And Varys knocks back probably a bit too much in one go.
Yep. Right. Can I get you to roll me a investigation check?
Yeah, sure thing.
You are looking out for those druidic gangsters in that?
That's a 16.
Cool. And a perception check.
Nope, that wasn't meant to be at disadvantage.
All right, I'll take the first one, which is a 2.
Still a 2. 12.
It was the lowest, so yes, 12. Cool. Yes, so you're, slinking over the bar as best you can from the stool height. You're still not really the size meant for this, so it's difficult for you to to both be leaning over and secretive, but also trying to peer out and look through the door when someone goes through it and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a very awkward
Not body
position.
stretch for that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very awkward position you found yourself in, but you do, as the doors gets opened for someone coming out, you see through that there's another door on the other side, and into it just looks like gambling. Basically, you see that there's a whole bunch of money, glinter of gold and silver on a table. Through it, it looks like that it's just illegal gambling happening in the back.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And none of the people that you've seen go in and out have been druids, as you've seen, at least not the ones you're aware of. But you do notice that a couple of them do take notice of you.
If anybody catches Varus's eye, he just stares back. He doesn't break eye contact until they do.
Cool. I mean, none of them stare. You just notice that they have seen you and seem to recognize you, but then immediately look away and keep walking.
Okay. Varus will continue to take a drink or two. He's probably gotten over his initial want to just bury himself in alcohol, and he'd be pacing himself from now that he's noticed that something is actually up to be wary of.
Okay. So not to get him too drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a couple of drinks down, as you just sort of eyeing up the place, making sure that no one's doing any wrongdoing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get, obviously not getting too drunk, so you pace yourself. It's probably maybe on your 5th drink, actually getting into the evening now, as opposed to the late afternoon it was when you guys left. When you hear a commotion outside, a screaming woman and some loud shouts.
Varus is immediately off the stool and running out the door.
Okay.
What do I do?
You see someone standing in the street across from you, holding a wound, bleeding. It's like a darker skinned elf, probably from the Fire Kingdom. He's just sort of wide eyed, shocked. There's a lady across from him, woman elf. She's sort of standing there, shocked, not knowing what to do. What are you doing?
You said that he's wounded?
Yeah, it looks like he's got a stab wound, like just underneath where his chest area is, and there's blood coming out. He's holding both hands, trying to stop the bleeding.
Is there anybody that's close to him?
So there's just this elf. It looks like somebody stabbed him and has run off. You don't see where that is. You just see people around him shocked, like wondering what to do.
Varus runs up to him and will cast. Oh, I don't have any spell slots left. Varus will pull out a healing potion and hand it to him, and say, "Where did they go?"
You see, he's holding both hands over the wound. And he's like, I can't. As you're trying to hand it to him,
Varus just uncorks it and climbs the man like a jungle gym and just shoves the potion down his throat.
Luckily, he's like sitting.
This episode is just going fantastic.
It is going great. He's like on the ground, so you don't have to climb too much to get it into him. But you get it in there, and you see the moment he gets a sip of it, he takes his hands away, and you can see that the wound starts to heal up. As the magic of the healing potion. Oh, thanks.
Where did they go?
That way. and he points in to the alley that you had just
Varus.
not 2 moments before had come out of.
Varus sprints off in that direction, pulls out his shield and the grappling gun in case he needs to move faster.
Cool. Roll a investigation check with me.
Alrighty.
Cool. You quickly round the corner into the alleyway. You see the guy at the far end of the alleyway. Just quickly make a break off to the left. Are you continuing giving chase?
Yeah. Is there a straight line between me and him, or is he ducking?
Yeah. So it's a straight line to where you see him, and then you see that he quickly makes a left and is out of your vision all of a sudden.
Okay. Sprinting off in that direction.
Cool. All right. Run to the end of the alleyway. Turn left. Continue following him. It's down the street, another stretch. You see him a little bit closer this time. Turns to the right. Keep following.
Yep. Any time that there is a straight line between Varus and this person, and there's not a nearby corner, he's going to try and hit the guy with a grapple gun.
Okay, cool. Roll that grapple gun for me.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't automatically do it anymore.
Okay.
Just roll the attack.
Attack?
Yeah.
Nice.
29.
Cool. You see it catch on him. He does manage to round a corner just as well. It's as you hit him. He like jumps into the corner, so it's pulled your cord a little bit more. But you could probably still go for it if you want.
Yeah, I think Varus is in a very reckless mood at this point. He doesn't particularly care for his safety or this person's safety.
Cool. Roll me a strength check. It's against his.
Cool. Ability check?
Yep.
12.
No, you got an 8. It's not Jin. That's a record. It's not Jin. Sorry, I had Jin highlighted. That's my bad.
All this time.
Jin's having a night.
You kick off your feet. You kick off your feet and let the grapple pull you along. You get about. You feel it like kick back as he's obviously not had the strength to hold himself, and hits slammed into the wall, and you manage to use the rest of the grapple to pull yourself up to him, and you round the corner, see him sort of bloodied and confused as he smashed his head on the side of the wall, and is holding in his one of his hands is holding a sack of gold, and the other hand a bloodied knife.
Varus chucks his shield onto his back, pulls his short sword out, and sticks it right up to the spot where this guy stabbed the fire elf.
Cool. I'll get you to quickly also roll me a perception check.
For sure. Okay. Perception. 27.
You're suddenly aware of 3 distinct other people coming in around you. And you hear from directly behind you, well, goody two-shoes always comes around. And that's what we're going to finish off.
Oh, no.
I recognize his voice, though.
Okay.
We're gonna have to drunk fight some people. That's gonna be hilarious.
You sure
Hopefully
are.
we can sober up instantly.
You're going to have to fly across the city, though, to save Varus.
Yeah, but she can. The only problem is leaving Jadik behind.
Yep.
Does anyone have what is it? Lesser restoration?
I think the Circus could have it, but I don't know if they've prepared it. But yes. Yes, unfortunately.
I don't think I have a restoration. Hang on, I'll have a
Yeah,
look.
you should have lesser restoration.
That gets rid of poison.
Yep, you do have a lesser restoration. It's just not prepared.
Well,
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes, as it turns
Are
out,
we
when you,
close enough for him to send the
I mean, let's see.
message?
We'll see. But as it turns out, when you
Oh.
run head first into danger, your short sword of warning doesn't really help you.
Especially when you're also not paying attention to it anyway.
Mhm. You will still get
Also-
advantage on your initiative for this, but hey.
Sweet.
Also, protection from poison seems way better than lesser restoration in this.
That's a preventative measure.
It says you touch a creature. If it is poisoned, you neutralize the poison.
True. That's a good point.
Just
I
saying.
mean, I guess.
I don't have that prepared either, but I'm just
I
saying.
mean, I guess being drunk.
Alcohol is
Drunk
poison.
is being poisoned. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
isn't that
guess.
how it works in D&D? That if you're drunk, you get the poisoned condition, and that's kind of how it affects your
Yeah.
abilities?
I mean,
I don't know. I'm not the DM.
yeah. I would have preferred to do it a little bit differently. Because poison's just straight like disadvantage on everything, isn't it? I don't know. I'll figure it
I
out.
mean,
We'll see.
yeah, sorry.
Barris isn't technically drunk, and you guys, some of you
Yeah.
are. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
Mm.
I would say that protection from poison in theory would work. Yeah. But I wouldn't consider being drunk under the poisoned effect. There's got a little bit of different stuff that could happen there. You know.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting to see how that works there.
Yeah, because there's also things like drunken brawler, right?
Yeah.
Which can improve your improve your fighting when you're drunk, as opposed to make it worse. So
Ailey should totally take that.
The drunken master monk.
Anyway, that's going to be us for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll find out next week what's
Exciting.
happening with Varys. Oh no!
Another one.
I'm
Baldur's Gate
gonna roll up
tomorrow.
another character just in case.
No,
This
if
is
Varys
the
dies.
riskiest things have been.
Oh man, can you imagine if Varys died after all of that? Holy crap!
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
shoes
the
would get
guilt
so
that
much
everyone would
deeper.
have.
Yeah.
Like, it would break people.
It
That
would.
would fuck everybody up.
Yeah, even Ailey would be fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mark of how bad it would be.
Yeah.
I think
don't break
Finn
us.
would blame himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I also have a feeling that the criminal underworld here would not survive.
Yeah.
I think the dealing with the druid stuff would go by the wayside, and it would become purge this city.
Yeah. There would be a lot of fire.
There would be a lot of very
Wreaking
scared
bloody
citizens.
vengeance. Well,
Like,
Varys is
literally,
still
she'll
alive
just
for now.
start setting fire to any shop that she thinks could be theirs.
Yep.
She got flint and steel. She got fire breath.
It's alright.
We'll see.
Varys chose not to drink too much for a reason. He
Exactly.
thought something like this might happen. Not to this degree, of course, but something like it.
All right.
Right.
Well.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. See you all next time.